Yes. First, I would like to introduce Mr. Castavinci, who will introduce to you two new administrative members of our staff.
Good evening, everyone. John. I'd like to start by introducing Mr. Garrett Oswald, who will be the interim grade 6 assistant principal at the Eastern Area Middle School. Mr. Oswald, if you'd like to just stand up and then we'll go through our introduction. Have a seat. Mr. Oswald's educational experiences include receiving a bachelor's degree in health and phys ed from Westchester University, a master's degree in curriculum and instruction from McDaniel College, a principal's certificate also from McDaniel College, and he has TAC 2 de-escalation and crisis prevention certification. His professional experiences include from 2005 through 2009, serving as a health and phys ed teacher at Stonegate Elementary School in Silver Spring, Maryland. Then he came to Easton from 2009 to 2012, and he was a health and phys ed teacher at Shawnee Elementary School. He then went to Mariana Grassetti, am I saying that correctly? High School in Philadelphia from 2012 through 2015. He was recalled to a health and phys ed position in Easton, actually this school year, and started somewhere middle of the year, and now has been recommended for the interim grade 6 assistant principal position. Just a little bit about Mr. Oswald's beliefs. He believes that instruction should be differentiated to assist a diverse population of students. He helped design and implement the positive behavior interventions and support program while he was at Shawnee Elementary School. He believes that assessments, mastery objectives, and instruction should meet the needs of each student. And lastly, Mr. Oswald believes that patience, understanding, leadership, and consistent reflection are vital towards continued professional growth. So on behalf of the district, I would like to welcome Mr. Oswald into his new assignment.
Good. Garrett, it's great to have you in this capacity and wish you the very best. I know that you're going to work very hard, long hours.
I want to say thank you for this opportunity. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Very good. Next, we'd like to introduce to you our new high school assistant principal.
Yes. I'd like to introduce Mr. Randy Buck, grade 9 assistant principal.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Randy. A little bit about Randy. His educational experiences include receiving a bachelor's degree in political science from Penn State University, a master's in school counseling from the University of Scranton, and a master's in educational leadership from Wilkes University. His professional experiences include from 2007 through 2011, serving as a school counselor at Liberty High School in Bethlehem. From 2011 through 2014, he was a school counselor and also a principal assistant intern at Liberty High School. 2014-2015, he served as an assistant principal of student services at the Lehigh Valley Charter High School for the Arts in Bethlehem, and now he's here in Easton and starting shortly at the high school. A little bit about Mr. Buck. He believes that the creation and monitoring of policies and practices which promote a safe learning environment, ensuring a school culture that encourages continuous improvements for teachers and students, and developing an environment that encourages open communication with colleagues, students, and the community are vital towards creating a successful educational environment. Mr. Buck has participated in a variety of leadership experiences so far in his educational career, and I'll just list some of them. They include poverty and school success, challenges in effectively working with under-resourced students, preventing suicides of children and adolescents, student mentoring program, African American Youth Leadership Council, Superintendent's Advisory Committee for Diversity, Student Assistant Program, and he is a trainer of trainers for the Restorative Practices Model. Finally, it should be noted, and I was kidding Mr. Buck earlier that I am an avid USC football fan, that he was a letterman on the Penn State varsity football team from 2000 through 2003. And that's no easy achievement, I'm sure. And on behalf of the district, I would like to welcome Mr. Buck to Easton and wish him well.
Thank you, Mr. Castavinci. Mr. Buck, as saying, has assured me that he's going to be very faithful and work hard to be a Rover. I can sense that about him. He's in for some pleasant surprises at the high school with all the traditions that we have established there. So, Randy, it's great to have you. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
And it goes without saying, I think that we need to introduce Mr. Geiger.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Geiger.
Mr. Geiger.
A little bit. Now he's a little bit on the unique side because he's already with us and already established himself. So Kyle Geiger, the person on the agenda that is recommended for our principal at the academy.
And I do have some information I'll share
Yes,
with you.
good.
Okay. Mr. Geiger has been recommended to be the alternative ed head principal. His educational experience includes receiving a bachelor's degree in social science education from Moravian College, a master's degree in education from Alvernia College, and a principal certification from Alvernia College. His professional experiences include from 2001 through 2014, social studies teacher at the Easton Area High School. In 2014-15, he was Dean of Students at the EAA, and now he's been recommended to be the Alternative Education Head Principal. Mr. Geiger believes that the Alternative Education Program is a critical part of the overall K-12 educational program. The EAA provides the students with additional supports to help facilitate their success. Instruction should be differentiated to meet the needs of students in the Alternative Education Program. He's greatly appreciative of the opportunity to give back to the community that has given him so much. And that's a very important point he wanted to make. So again, on behalf of the district, I'd like to welcome Kyle.
Now, I'm sure that some of you have been over to the academy, and for those of you that haven't been there, I hope that you'll have a chance with schools in to visit and spend some time there to see how vitally important that program is to our school district and our community. And since arriving back at Easton, of course, this has been an addition, and I can't tell you how impressed I am, not only with the leadership in that building, but also with the staff members who are entirely devoted to those special young men and women. When I attended the moving up graduation ceremony this past year, last year as well, I was really struck by the sincerity that existed with students and their openness about saying how important that program was to them. And I say all that because it is truly a special place with special individuals in it. And Mr. Geiger took over a responsibility that for the most experienced educator would be tremendously challenging, and he did so with great success this year. So we're very fortunate to have him. And look forward to working with the title now. Title, yes. You're titled. So, for good or for better or worse, you're titled now, Mr. Geiger. So we're really happy to have you with us in this new capacity. Next, I'd like to change the pace a little bit and recognize someone who is leaving us, not coming on board, but someone who is exiting soon, and that's our friend, Mr. Steckel. Bob, would you just like to come forward?
Sure.
Several weeks ago, we had a very nice affair for Bob, organized by Dr. Simeon. Hundreds of people showed up. And he has, over the course of his career, touched the lives of lots and lots of adults, children, you name it. He's been a coach, a mentor, principal, teacher, and of course, central office administrator. And I would just like to take this moment to publicly in front of the board just tell you how very special he has been and how much we're going to miss his integrity and his good judgment, and his singing and dancing as well, and his many talents. And you have given Easton more than you could possibly imagine. So thank you. Thank you. Because we couldn't afford to have two. So I'm giving it back to him tonight. You can take it home now. Place it in a prominent position.
I don't have to give it back.
Oh, you don't have to give it back.
If you want me to attend another board meeting and share some stories,
It's yours.
Well, thank you very much, John. People were so kind to have a retirement dinner for me, which was greatly appreciated. And I only spoke for about an hour, so I thought if I took 45 minutes tonight, I was born in 1958. So, no, thank you very much for the privilege of serving in the Easton Area School District. And if I could, just want to share a word to the wise. I've been so fortunate to be able to be in a variety of positions in Easton, and I greatly appreciate every one of them, and truly enjoyed being a public servant and enjoying my time. Today, I was at Paxinosa because we're serving lunch at Paxinosa, and I thought prior to lunch being served, I just want to walk the community a little bit, because I thought if I saw anyone, I'd say, hey, we have lunch at Paxinosa, why don't you stop in and say hello? And I was walking the street, and a young man came up to me and he said, Mr. Steckel, he said, you were my principal, and he gave me the ear. I recognized the name, and it was great to see him. And you know, you don't realize it at the time. It doesn't matter if you're speaking to your solicitor, if you're speaking to an 8-year-old. One day, someone may come back to you and say, I remember you. Treat people kindly. Talk to people as though they are important, regardless of the size of the age, how intelligent you think they are, or maybe they aren't as intelligent as you. But when you act, whether you're a public servant or just a neighbor, be kind to people. Because, believe it or not, at times like this, you don't pay it back. And you don't want any payback because you just hope that maybe that boy that I spoke to today, well, young man, he may do something kind for someone else. Speak to someone and say, hey, I happened to see an old guy on the street just now. Talk to me a little bit, and he paid some attention to me. Do the same regardless if you're on the board or you're just starting out in your career in Easton Area School District. And Mr. Cuck, once a rover, always a rover. There's no doubt about that. I may be stepping away from this position, but I will check in to make sure things are going well in Easton. Thank you very much.
Before we celebrate, we have special cake for all of us to enjoy.
Thank you. I didn't have dinner tonight, John. That's great.
There you go. An extra large piece there.
Thank you.
Alyssa, would you like to share with the board an update on our program at Paxinosa and Cheston? We've had 2 days into it now.
Sure. Yeah, we began the summer food service program yesterday at Paxinosa and Cheston Elementary Schools. So that is for any child from birth to age 18 who wishes to come from 11:30 to 12:30 on Mondays through Thursdays in order to receive a free lunch, which is subsidized by the federal government. So we at Cheston, I know we doubled our number of students today that we served from yesterday. Wasn't at PAX today. I did PAX yesterday. But we're also able to, the summer program at Cheston, the Cougar program, those students will also be able to enjoy the summer food service program as well. So reaching a large number of students in our community, and hope to reach more as the summer goes on.
Great. Thank you for all your work on that. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's all we have.
Thank you. We're going to move to number 5, reports. IU 20, Ms. Price.
Meetings tomorrow, and it's the last one because of the weather.
Thank you. Public library, Ms. Price.
Okay, well, the Southside branch is now officially closed, and we are having in June 15th, the summer reading program officially started. So every hero has a story is 3 themes. So go check it out. And that's basically it for right now.
Thank you. CIT, Mr. Snyder or Ms. Weiss?
Yeah, just Just one thing, a bit of good news, they got their scores in from the NOCCI, N-O-C-E-I, the National, yeah, NOCCI. Yeah, no, it's not that, no. It's very close, unfortunately. But National Occupational Competency Testing Institute, they got their scores in. 84% of the students this year placed competent or advanced, which is up from last year in which the score was 80%. So there has been an movement in the positive on the scores. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Community college, Mr. Fagan.
We had a very brief meeting, but some of the highlights out of it. One of the things that we do almost on a routine basis is review programs. And this month we reviewed biological sciences, sports medicine, criminal justice, and the theater program, which all had recommendations for continuation. You have to wonder, do programs ever come to an end? And the answer to that is yes. This month, the Legal Administrative Assistant Program and the Legal Office Specialist Program will both be terminating out there. Low attendance, and the way things are changing with technology and all, they now take a different type of a course when they're doing that. So, constantly reviewing, constantly upgrading, and we actually have groups that come in to help with the evaluation and provide us with their recommendations. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to report.
Thank you. The Foundation for Eastern Schools, Mr. Buscemi.
The most exciting thing about the foundation right now is that the Grease Band concert coming up in November. It sounds like a really good time. It's going to be for a really good cause. The tickets are $20. More information is going to be coming out on it. So it's November 22nd. You can mark your calendars and just keep your eyes open for the future announcements and get your tickets.
Thank you. Charles Schrin, Science Technology Initiative, Mr. Monahan.
So the only thing to report today is that there will be a ceremony this Thursday dedicating the Route 33 Academy Road interchange. It's not going to be open yet, but the dedication will be this Thursday.
Thank you. Legislative, Mr. Payne.
And you may have been following or reading, the negotiations have started. Maybe good, bad, and indifferent. I'm not sure how long they're going to last or anything, but we will eventually see where the budget ends up. No guarantee of when. Reading between the lines, I wouldn't suspect you'll going to see anything by the end of June. I would look for it closer to the fall.
Thank you. I don't see anyone from the PTA. EAEA, Ms. Miles.
Good evening. We are obviously as interested in the budget negotiations in Harrisburg as everyone else is. Kind of puts everything on hold. Congratulations to all of the people that you introduced tonight. You all gained people, and that lost me a member, but 2 members. It's more money for the rest of us. I think we ended the year on an up note. I think the goal was communication between all of us, and I think we've accomplished that. We're working together with the cyber school. We have teachers excited about that. We're involved with the lunch program and looking forward to that. We have people working in summer programs and summer schools. We have 4 of us, including me, heading to Orlando next week for the NEA annual meeting, so Easton is well represented with that. I was busily crossing names off the furlough list today, which, is definitely a pleasant change from this time last year. I'm going to need an updated list because mine's all written all over at this point. We just surveyed our members. We're getting everything in place to be all set to start negotiating in the fall or whenever we're ready. Everything's been quiet. The only big concern from the year really was the ongoing issue with the subs, and we've been compiling some data, or some people are continuing to compile some data that we'd like to share when we get it as to where the problems exist, so maybe somehow we can all figure out something to do with Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see Helen Jones or anybody from the bus drivers, so we'll go to letter K, University Committee, Mr. Ryan.
Right, we, our last committee meeting was held this past month, and we will be recharging for September/October. Looking forward to that.
We go through committee reports, and we come to number 7. Is there anyone from the public who would like to be heard on agenda items only? I don't think there's anybody from the public here. At number 8, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of May 26, 2015 and June 10, 2015?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 9, may I have a motion to accept the executive session report as listed?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Can I have a motion to take number 10, A through U? Anyone?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Discussion? I will be abstaining from N, P, Q, and R. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Can I have a motion to accept 11 A, B, C, D, E, and F?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? For number 12, organizational chart, I'd like to change and make a motion for, can I have a motion to accept the organizational chart?
I'd like to make a motion to eliminate that policy based on our discussion at the committee meeting.
Is there a second? Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I don't have a committee, so I'm not.
You're going to abstain?
Yeah.
Michelle Price, abstain. Number 13, buildings and grounds. Can I have a motion to accept A, B, and C?
Move.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 14, can I have a motion to accept letters A through and including F?
Move.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
Second, discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 15, is Ms. Heath here tonight? No. Can I have a motion to reappoint Ms. Heath of the Eastern Area Public Library Board?
Motion.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Number 16, public to be heard on non-agenda items, no public again. Number 17, any other business from board members? Seeing none, may I have a motion to adjourn? Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.